Yo, what up? It's your boy Force God Forever, and welcome back to one of my videos. Hit that like button, subscribe, and if you got any questions or comments, make sure you comment in the comment section below. Anyway, I'm gonna go around today asking people questions about their biggest regret. It's always good to ask somebody how they're doing, or you know, get them to talk about something that's really getting to them or really haunting them. Because you never know what somebody's going through. Talking about something always helps most of the time. And make sure you guys don't talk any crap about them in the comments because honestly, that's not cool. This video is a no judgment zone, okay? Usually I like to roast and do my thing, but Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the video. One more thing. Let's get on with the video, bitch!
Something I regret in life, let's see. So when I was younger, there was this one game I played a lot. It's called Blade and Soul. It's kinda trash at the moment. It's very gacha, it's a Korean MMO. And being as young as I was, seeing cute anime characters in an MMO, I started playing it, of course. It was a very buggy, very bad game, but I still love it. However, as things progressed, I kinda quit, and as I quit, fast forward a few years, I got a bit older and I went back to the game. And once I came back to the game, I understood more since, I could read English better. And once I started to find actual people to play with, I joined a very predatory guild when it comes to spending money on the game. So the game is very heavily pay to win. At first, I hesitated very much like, oh, do I actually want to spend money on this game? It would be nice to keep up with my guildmates. So I thought, alright, the next so-called trove or whatever, it's like seasonal loot boxes more or less, came around and I just got my credit card. So we put one to one together. I first bought like for $50 a pack. I was like, oh, cool, got basically nothing. And as time went on, and each seasonal loot box came around again, I put more and more money and got basically out of control later on. I was putting in hundreds up to thousands of dollars into the game. And that money could have been so much better spent if I just knew the value of actual money. Given I live alone at the moment in my apartment, money's always tight as a, student trying to get by getting my degree. And thinking back, that's probably one of the things I regret most at the moment.
My biggest regret is probably seeing this guy, probably when I was in college. A little before high school, I think actually. Was not a good person, and yeah, it was a bad couple of years. Um, and I feel like I still feel some type of way about things that happen. So I wish I would have I guess asked for more support in that time, but I didn't because I don't like to ask for help. And so it was just a culmination of a lot of things going on at once. And I feel like I could have been focused on something healthier at the time. So if we'll put up the situation, I met this person like online and we have been talking for some time. We went out and it was one of those oh yeah, we'll see, we'll fill you out or whatever. So we hung out for a while and then we started to date, but it was also one of those things where I was getting gaslighted a lot for, and then I kind of got stuck because I felt like something bad was going to happen to them if I left. Like they were one of those types of people who would go I just the way that I get this way because I'm just sad or I'm just frustrated or I'm just nervous you're gonna leave, and then I feel like if you leave then I'll have nothing to live for and I'll kill myself and things like that. So I got stuck with someone who would do those kind of things and say those kind of things and was very stalkery. Like I didn't have a lot of space to just relax. Like you know how I'll text and like I'm not great at it. I don't text all the time back like with quick responses and stuff. And like I remember distinctly one time I had a course and I had like an exam. And so I went to class. And mind you, class is like an hour long. I had to drive there. I was already running late, so I didn't like answer in the morning or something like that. So there might have been like an hour and a half of time where I didn't answer them. And because they had got something in their mind, they thought that I was doing something foul. They they texted me and it was like 100 messages that I had missed after I got out of class. Like I turned on my phone and it's just beeping, beeping, beep, and it was all of this like hateful shit, all of these different things, and it was that all the time, and like my anxiety was bad. There was some other stuff. There was some pressure to do things I didn't want to do that I also regret, and things like that. So that was what I also missed out on, like, you know, other people who were actually probably good for me because, you know, trying to be a good girlfriend at the same time and trying to like be a good kid that everyone's like proud of. And so I missed some probably opportunities there too. So I guess that's 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 it. I guess that's it.
I mean, hey, like I've done stupid shit and I'm fucking regretting it now. I've done a lot of dumb things, but yeah, but I really am suffering. Like I'm lost as fuck right now.
Mhm.
But let me think. I mean, I don't know if it's deep, but like I did something stupid once, I guess. Kind of stupid.
Like what?
I lost a whole bunch of friends with it. Oh, my controller's almost empty. All right, you know what? I'll just tell you. But like, okay, so I was talking to this girl. She was in my high school. And she was part of the friend group that I was with. And over time, like she was with one of my best friends, and I kind of told her like, "Hey, be careful, man. My best friend, he's kind of a fuckboy. Like he's my man. Honestly, I don't hate him. Best to him, best of luck. But like, I don't want him to. I don't want him. I don't want anyone to associate with me with his bullshit. You know, with girls. So like, I told her, and then she was like, oh, okay. And then she stopped talking to him, but she still hung out with us. Like, she still talked to him, but, like, not in that way. She started talking to me. We got really close, started fooling around, just started, doing stupid shit, just fooling around, just fun shits and giggles. And then, yeah, we got so close to the point where we were basically boyfriend and girlfriend, but not really, like not officially. But then at some night, my best friend had his birthday party, and he was throwing it at a club, right? He rented the club, so he would invite a lot of people. And before we went to that party, he told me that one of his new friends has a girlfriend, and the new the new friend, we'll call him Robin, his girlfriend started flirting with my best friend, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of slutty, right? And I'm like, and she's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with it though. He's my friend, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. But then later on, she starts hitting me up, just like normally talking first, and I just talk normally, and then at some point we start talking about her boyfriend, aka Robin, who is apparently not treating her correctly, or just she's getting annoyed with him in certain things. And then at the party, like we got really close as well and stuff. And she says, "Oh, I want to hug you. I want you to hug me." Stuff like that. Just stupid shit. And then at the party, it's actually the first time I saw her. It was in the span of like a week from when I talked to her to the party. And then well, we hugged. She sat on my lap, stuff like that. And my horny ass couldn't resist. So we just kind of, nothing serious, no sex or anything, but like, she kind of danced on me, I guess, stuff like that. And then her boyfriend, aka my best friend's new friend, Robin, also was at that party, and I knew of that, and I was like, "Yo, you gotta chill. Your boyfriend is here." And she's like, "Yeah, I don't care. He's not treating me right anyway." And basically, he saw all that shit, and like, remember, right? This is all going on while I was really close with another girl. Like, it's messed up. It's my fault. I really fucked up. For a while, everything was normal. I never noticed him at the party. I never saw him. He was probably trying to avoid me because he saw me with his girlfriend. And me and the boys went outside for a cigarette, right? And then we just kind of stood there, and he came out. And I was like, "Hey, dude, where are you going?" Because I talked with him a couple of times as well. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm tired. I'm going home." Like the Robin guy, the boyfriend. And later on, she gets a message. The girlfriend gets a message going, "Hey, yeah, we're done. I saw what you did at the party." And then she starts coming to me for comfort and stuff like that. And then all that shit got leaked to the other girl, right? Like to the other girl that I was talking with, the close one. And we'll just call her Rebecca, just for the sake of it. Rebecca, she got really pissed at me. And yeah, obviously she was like, "Oh, I can't believe you did this. Oh, this, that, this, that." And I'm like, And I'm like, "Fuck you," she said to me, basically. So it's like, he was done with me. And then my best friend, who didn't want me to do anything with his new friend's girlfriend, like, "Hey, I can't believe you did this," stuff like that, even though he was basically flirting with her as well, but then kind of quit. And he's like, "Oh, he's my brother. How could you do this to my brother?" Even though I've known the guy for long than he has, and this new friend of his is like 2 months. It was like, "Oh, like he's a brother to me." I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? I've known you for 4 fucking years. You're picking this motherfucker over me?" But like, I lost him, my best friend. I lost that girl, and then I was like, "All right, fuck it. I lost that shit anyway. I guess they're gone. I might as well keep going with this girl, right?" And so this girl, everything's nice, everything's great. And after, like, fast forward about 2 weeks, just, talking, stuff like that, hanging out, whatever. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend after about a month ish, right? About a month. After also being threatened by her ex, like, stop trying to date her, stop dating her, stuff like that, stop. They've been constantly threatening me, beating me up and whatnot, and they're trying to wake me up at my school, stuff like that, but they wouldn't do shit because they're fucking pussies. After a while, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and because we got really close because of all the bullshit that happened over a short time, about a month, really fast, I know. But then I asked her to be my girlfriend. She said yes. And after I asked her, at the end of the day, I went home again, right? And then right before I entered my street, right, I got a phone call from her, and I picked up, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And she was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. I don't want this. I don't want to be your girlfriend." And I'm like, "The fuck?" And I was like, like, not at all, or do you want to just like wait it out a little longer? She's like, "Yeah, just wait it out a little longer." And I was like, "All right, like, sure, because of all the shit. Like, I didn't think much of it at first, but then she started ignoring me, shit like that, and ignore me. I called her out sometime. I came from the barber, and like, "What's up? What the fuck are you doing?" Like, "What the hell? I thought you just wanted to wait it out." I was like, "Yeah, no, fuck you." Basically, is what it came down to. So I got basically dumped in one day of being in an official relationship, and that costed me about 4 normal friends, a girl that I should have fucking gone on with. That was a good girl. I shouldn't have fucking dumped her or dumped her. I shouldn't have played her like that with that other girl, Rebecca. That is, I shouldn't have played Rebecca. I should have gone with her instead of that stupid fucking hoe. Because it turns out she had been talking to another guy while she was talking to me for a long, long while. Basically, like, not cheating on me because it wasn't official, but she did, like, same thing, same thing. And I got my best friend back though. I've been talking with him again. He's forgiven me because he's like, this dude, this new friend of mine. Yeah, he was an asshole. He was a douchebag. He was scamming everybody out of their pants. So like, that's basically it. Like, I lost a whole bunch of friends. I left a really bad impression on a whole bunch of people. And for example, the sister of one of my old classmates from high school, yeah, she still hates me to this day because of stuff I apparently did, which all started with the story about, hey, you did this to that girl. And I'm like, yeah, I did. And then she hated me already and stuff like that. And on top of that came like shit like I just told you, like the shoplifting bullshit and the fucking blowing up a trash can came on top of that. So my image was like fucked after that. I could not really talk to anybody without them going, are you the guy that you shot us? Are you the guy who blew the trash can? Stuff like that. Or, ew, you're the guy who did this to that girl. You know? Or, ill, like, oh, you're such an asshole, you know? And I'm not, but I was stupid and horny because that's what you are in high school. And, you know, but that's not an excuse. I shouldn't have done it either way. So that's that, I guess. Like, don't date multiple girls at the same time. It's fucking dumb. Like, pick one and make your choice. And if you know you can't handle it, don't.
So like almost about a year ago, at the end of March, my best friend that I've ever had in my life passed away from a drug overdose. And the last communication that I had with her was negative. We had like an argument. It was when all the COVID stuff started. So like I was like, masks, we should be wearing masks, and she was like, no, the government says you shouldn't because we don't have enough and the medical staff needs them. And we had this kind of like whole really stupid argument. And like that's like my biggest regret, because you don't know that somebody's going to be gone like the next day. She passed away like 3 days after that happened. I had like that, just like, you know, it rips your world apart, like it shakes you up, and you're never, it's for the rest of your life. You're going to remember that, you know, like I'm going to remember that the rest of my life. So yeah, that's something that I really regret.
All right. My biggest regret that I have ever done is cheat on the one that I love the most. Because that ruined the entire fucking relationship. And no matter how much, like, I loved him, nothing would change. And I would say that was my biggest regret. But in the end, like, I hope he's happy. I hope he like succeeds in life. We tried to work things out for a while. Like, it was in October, and then we recently just like broke up in like 3 days ago. So it took, like, we were working at it for a while. Like, it was like 5 months that we worked at it. To be honest, like, he had feelings for me, but those feelings were tainted after he found out what I did. So over time, like, every single day he was just reminded, and it got to the point where he just resented me. And the feelings for me weren't the same, so he had to, like, split.